This is my 5th time doing it, and the last time I was here, they didn't want to put me asleep and it was too painful. So I'm back again, and this time I'm going to go under anesthesia. Wish me luck.
We knew we did everything right. We knew that, this was supposed to happen. It was going to work. And they just said, literally a phone call, don't come. You guys, it didn't work. It didn't make it. We're sorry.
And how did I get? I was annoyed, right?
He was very upset.
I was so annoyed.
He started screaming at the lady, and he was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "We're on our way to you right now. We're like 10 minutes away." And she's like, "I'm sorry. Please don't come. We're not going to be able to."
I thought they were real callous, personally. I think a little bit more love and a little bit more understanding has to go into a patient not getting good news in regards to something like that.
Eric wanted us to go in, and then they tell us in the office, but they don't even wait for you to come to the office. They tell you before you get there, don't even come. So yeah, it's more of a robotic situation,
like a cold
for
situation.
them.
They weren't mean. It's not like, we hate you, go away, go back home. It's not like that, but it's more like matter of fact. Hey, look, this is what happened. Sorry to tell you, head back home. And it's just, it really affected me, and it really bothered me, and I just didn't really understand how they can call someone and tell them some information like that, and it just be okay.
Right.
Especially with her crying and carrying on. It's not okay, personally, in my opinion.
We were definitely devastated. And so with the second embryo we had, that was another journey. So after that devastation, we kind of moved very quickly. I waited about 3 months, and then we did the second embryo transfer. And the second embryo transfer, we actually got pregnant. And in 5 weeks, they told us that we lost the baby. So I was 5 weeks pregnant, we lost the baby, and that resulted in a miscarriage. So that was our second letdown from IVF. And again, we went through the same process. We did all the shots, we did all the hormones, my stomach was black and blue. And at this point, we stopped telling people that we were doing IVF, because then that's when the questions come. People want to know, well, what happened? What's going on? Why didn't it work? And then, people are not as knowledgeable about IVF, so they tend to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Well, what did you do wrong? Why didn't it work this time? Why isn't it working? What did you do? And people don't understand how, that affects you, because you're dealing with your own agony of not, being able to reproduce, and you're dealing with the fact that you just spent all this time and effort and high hopes, hoping that this will be the one time that it would work and God will grant you this wish. And again, another failure. So,
but besides that, think about the emotional toll it takes on someone. So every time this would happen, it would turn into her going into a depression for about 2 to 3 days of not even talking to me. So then that takes a toll on me, as if I'm not going through it as well with her. So I'm thinking about it as, we just lost the baby, or we just lost, even though it's just a little embryo, it's a baby that I just lost. That little baby's in there, could grow inside of her. And now it can't grow because they said it's something that will not be viable. So that's affecting me as well when she gets depressed. Maybe if she was Superwoman and couldn't get depressed, but she's not Superwoman, no one is. And when she gets depressed, it really hurts. It really hurts.
So it was like another blow, another letdown, like, oh my God, and it's heart-wrenching, and you feel less of a woman. You feel like you are not able to do what you were put on earth to do. You feel inadequate, you feel lost, and I felt like I wasn't doing my job as a wife, and my husband has no children. So
and then I have to remind you that you are doing your job. You're doing just fine.
But that pressure, that unspoken pressure is such a heavy weight. So that, along with your personal emotions, it could really destroy you mentally. So after the second loss, I decided to take a break. And then I went on like a major herbal direction.